Okay, now I got all the parts out of the box, and here's where they are. This is the base unit, and this is an industrial type of unit. Look at that. See that steel core in there? That is one serious core for blending. This is the activation switch, and this is the blender part. Now you can see there's a little plastic point down right there. It's on this side and it's on that side. Either one of those sides has to be facing that unit. It's got to be so that that will go down. As you can see, it goes down inside that. Otherwise, this will not activate. So if you set it on like that, nothing, won't activate. Well, maybe it's got one on, no, I'm sorry, it's got one on every corner. So however you sit it on there, you've got a little plastic plug that'll go in and activate, and then these switches will work. Now, this switch is just on off. This one is just pulse. You know, it's spring loaded, so it just pulses. You hold it down as long as you want to run it. This is the speed, so you can adjust the individual speed of the thing. Oh, and there's a plastic cover on all the labeling here. So one of the things you kind of want to do is get in there and pull that plastic off, because that's just kind of, see that? That just comes off there. And you get that off so you can get a good look at your unit. Yeah, there you go. There we go. See, all that comes off. Yeah, it's one of those things you always have to do with various and sundry products. And this one just slips off. There we go. See, that plastic just throw away. Okay, so that's the base unit. There's your blender part with some serious blades down in there. That's nice and steel base on it. That's really good. Now you can see they've machined this out, little metal strips in there. Yep, that's pretty cool. Here's your lid that goes on there, and it's got triple ridges on there. So when you put it down in there, boy, that is going to be locked airtight. That is really tight in there. And this top part, of course, swivels out like that. And this is your stirring device, okay? You can get that down in there and you can stir stuff around. Notice that it doesn't go down and hit the blades, but you can push recalcitrant foods down into there where it will get blended the way it should, okay? So that's what that's for. And they provided you a nice little screen, so if you wanted to filter some of the liquid stuff that you blended up, there it is. And of course, there is an instruction manual. Kind of basic, just tells you what all the different parts are, precautions about what your do's and don'ts are, and warnings that you don't use this guy more than 2 minutes at a time. And I mean, it is so powerful, 2 minutes would be an enormous time to blend anything. So what we're going to do is I'm going to clean this stuff up, wash it, because it's industrial. You want to get it cleaned up, get all the oils, grease, anything else out of there. And then I'm going to make some chocolate milk, see how well it works. Okay, now I don't know if this is going to work or not, but I'm going to try chocolate milk using a chocolate bar and some milk, okay? So there's a couple of cups of milk, and here's a half of a dark chocolate bar. So we pour the milk in here first. Done that. And the milk doesn't need to be blended, it's already blended. And then we'll just, for the hay of it, throw in the chocolate bar, put this fancy lid on, and I don't know what speed, let's just try it as is. Well, it made lots of little particulate. Let me try it at a higher speed. Okay, well, that's kind of chocolate milk. Let's see what the stuff is here. Of course, it's largely, boy, that is industrially fixed on there. And pour it back into that container, and sure enough, well, look at that. I mean, it made, you can see the fine particulate, it just blended that chocolate. Probably the chocolate should have been warmed first so it would be completely smooth, so it's not flaky, but there it is. You know, it really is chocolatey milk. But I suspect the better stuff would be to do things like a smoothie, take some fruit and throw it in there. I'll try that next. Okay, now we're going to try a smoothie. Now I got some strawberries, some mixed berries, little blackberry, blueberries, raspberries in there. I've got some milk in case this turns out to be too thick, and I'm going to use yogurt. This is going to be my basis for this thing. So what I want to do is, I think I'm going to start with the strawberries. This thing's powerful enough, it shouldn't even mind having strawberries in there. And might as well put all the berries in while we're at it. So all the berries are going in there, and then we're going to do a little blend. And turn that down to half. Now this is where that adjuster would take care of stuff. See here, this little wheel here? Let's try that. Now you notice how neat that was? That just took care of that, didn't it? Yep. It's kind of messy on that one little guy, but that took care of it. Okay, now I'll take that lid off. And after taking the lid off, we'll put some yogurt in there. Like that. Put our lid back together again. Put it back on. Okay. Throws stuff, doesn't it? So, kind of. Now let's just see how thick that is. Kind of thick. Not really. Probably want it a little thinner than that for drinking, so I'll use some milk. That'll make it just about right. Put the lid back on. And there you have it. Oh, let me put it in a glass so you can see it here. There you go. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? See how that is. Ooh, that's good. I like this. This is a cool deal. I mean, this is a real industrial setup. I mean, you can make strawberry frappuccinos, chocolate frappuccinos, all sorts of fraps out of this thing using frozen ice cubes and using fruit and using a little sweetener. We use stevia.